This is our lady space with Marilyn and Tawana, where we can talk about it. Sharing your point of views on everyday life and relationship with Marilyn and Tawana on our lady space.
Hey you guys, and welcome to our lady space. I'm Marilyn.
And I'm Tawana.
And we are going to talk about what today, Tawana?
Well, we're just going to basically talk about things that our children basically will never understand or don't get to experience. It started because I was on my way home yesterday and I called to take on my children, and when they pick up the phone, I realized they don't know to say hello. They just pick up the phone and hold it, or they'll pick it up and be like, hey mom, or yes mom, or whatever. Right. So I just wanted to talk about some things from our childhood that our children just won't get to experience or just are oblivious to.
Right. Mackenzie does the same thing. I'll call and she just picks up and holds the phone. And sometimes I just sit there to see how long we gonna hold together. I try to wait her out. But she win every time. So I just say hello. She's like, hello, mom. And I'm like, you're not gonna say hello? And she's like, I did. No, you didn't. You said it after me.
Right.
So I get it. I feel like over the past 20 years, technology itself has really caused a change, in a trend in our kids and how they pretty much perceive the world, which is totally different from how we did. But I wrote a couple of things down because I couldn't remember. Once I got started, I was like, oh my God, it's so much.
It's a lot. It's a whole lot, which is kind of sad in itself because a lot of the stuff it was fun.
Right.
Which they have their fun with their technology and their games and their iPads and their phones and all this other stuff, but it's just different.
It is. So I don't know how you want to do it. You want to just me go, you go, or how you want to do that?
You can just throw some out there, just random, however they come up in the conversation.
So the first one that I came up with was how we used to have family dinners, how important that was to sit down today and talk to our kids about how their day is. And now it's more so like, let's go to McDonald's and get something real quick. Let's go to Starbucks. Let's get a quick thing because they either running, with things they have to do after school, or they got homework, or they don't have time, or they just don't want to. When that wasn't an option back in the day.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Did we sit down? The only time we really gathered was like holidays.
Oh, okay.
But just on the regular, because my mom worked 24/10. So we didn't really have the sit down dinners. But for holidays, I can relate to that part. Like we don't get together for holidays anymore. So yeah, it's different. And then even now, even though I do cook at least 5 days a week now.
Right.
Everybody just grab and go. It's not like we sit at the table and eat. So yeah, it's totally different because like you said, they give us your opportunity to talk about your day, talk about what's going on, what you're feeling, whatever. So yeah, we don't do that anymore. I have to bombard myself, pop up in their room and be like, what y'all do?
Yep. And I even tried to force it one time where I was making us sit there, but then one day they'll work late, or one day they'll have homework, they'll do this. So the day that we actually can do it and we make sure we do it is Sunday after church. So we have our sit down day to catch up with them now, since the week just won't let us be great with it. But I figure, I don't know, if you used to be able to do it, it should be able way to do it, but just the way that it is now today, it's just not a norm.
It's not. It's not, because the only time I really can have those one-on-ones other than busting in their room is, I take them to school in the morning. So on the way to school, we cut everything off and just talk. But other than that, they don't care. They ain't studying.
Right.
But what they got going on with themselves.
Right.
But it's just different because, we didn't have a lot of the options they have now.
Right.
And speaking of dinner, if we didn't eat what was cooked, you didn't eat. Exactly. Now I ended up cooking 3-4 different meals. So, but that's a whole nother.
Right, friend.
I be doing too much.
My hands go off to you anyway for doing all this stuff.
That's a whole different conversation. But we didn't have a menu to pick from. You ate what
was in front of you.
Or some cereal, make a sandwich, but no. What else you got?
So I also have that technology today is a different thing. You know, back in the day we had landlines. We didn't have the cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much kids didn't have a way. You pretty much couldn't say, hey, I'll talk to you later through text. You know what I mean? Or I can't make this dinner today. You know, let's reschedule through text message. You pretty much had to just talk to everybody the way that you had. If you had an appointment, you had to make it. But now, the way technology is, people stay on their phones. They don't even really want to pick up the cell phone. They talk through text.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I think back then it wasn't like that. It was more the landline, and that was it.
It's not personalized anymore. Mm-hmm. It's just, and you know, text messages can be taken out of context all the time. So just having that individual interaction is a lost art. Like they don't have it. You know, like my boys are gamers, so they talking on the game to each other. Well, we grew up, we had to wait till our friends and family came to our house. Right. And there may have been 2 controllers, so you got to take turns to play. So now you can play with anybody all over the world. So it's just totally different. And I think it kind of takes some of the, from what we consider fun, because it's us. Right. But to them, they like, that's boring.
Yeah, exactly. So and I think it also leads more to kids being on there so long. That's where I think the cyberbullying or being cyberbullied became bigger now during this time too, because they are on the internet. It pretty much runs their world.
Oh, it's horrible. They really think those people are their friends. They think if they unfriend them or they stop playing with them on the game, that their world is over. That, you know, what am I going to do? They take it too seriously. So it's good for them to have a foundation and know that this is all make-believe. Right. And that's one thing that I make sure that I instill in minds is to know, first of all, you don't know if you're talking to a 13-year-old or a 45-year-old.
That's right.
Are not your friends.
Exactly.
And I need to hear what y'all talking about. So you got your headphones on, but I still need to hear.
Right. I mean, 20 years ago, we didn't know what Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, what any of that stuff was. And now they barely look up from it.
Friend, you been generous saying 20. This been like 30.
Well, yeah. I just started mine from 20 years. But you're right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's because think what 30 years ago, that's when it really started advancing. Because when you think about the game systems, you know, the Atari, the Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, the Dreamcast, it's been about 30 years since everything has really started getting very high tech. Right. But yeah, I think once the cell phones came into play, you know, cell phones been around for a long time, but once they start being more advanced, I think that started stripping away a lot of the one-on-one interactions and stuff like that, because as it advanced, everything else had to keep up.
Okay. I got you.
But even, outside of technology, I was thinking about, like, just playing outside. Like, we would be outside all day long, like literally all day long. You only went in the house to use the bathroom. If you wanted something to drink, my grandma was like, you better get that hose pipe. And there was some good water. Right. But, they don't do it anymore.
That's what I was saying too. I had on there for mine, hopscotch, double dutch. You know, people don't roam the neighborhoods. They don't go outside anymore. Just because pretty much, not only just because, they're on their cell phones and iPads, but also because the world is not the same too.
It's not safe.
It's not safe. And we're just afraid. Now you can't really just let your child go outside alone like you could back in the day.
And I know my mama watching. Mama, if you only knew what we was on them bikes. We was all over where we didn't need to be.
Right.
But, all we had to do was watch out for, that mysterious looking van. And you knew to run and scream, Stranger danger. But you know, and that's another reason why I quit posting my children so much on social media, because I had someone who told me about where their daughter had a run-in with somebody at a football game. And they basically came up to them and was like, hey, I'm gonna just make up a name. Hey, Amanda, how you doing? And she was like, do I know you? And come to find out, it was somebody who was friends with their mom on social media. The mama didn't know the person for real. But it's like, you gotta really pay attention to this stuff, because it's some weirdos out here.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, I'm like you. I really don't post mine anymore, because for one, it's my page, and for two, like and then now I'm starting to think about, I was gonna say, I'm posting like during birthdays and stuff, but then I'm like, dang, that's when they do they fanciest too. Now I probably don't even need to do that. Now I'm getting scared. Look.
I limit. You gonna get that picture on the fish and maybe one birthday picture, because they boys they ain't posting for nothing. I have to fight to get a picture. But it's very limited. And you know, especially when you using like the familiar name. So if somebody come up to Keenan and be like, hey, Booby, like, do I know you? You know, he's gonna think he know him, because he know him as Booby. But you just, and it's sad you have to be extra careful like that, but it's the nature of the world.
I think we too, as parents, you know, the ones that have their kids in so many different activities, also cause them, you know, back in the day, we didn't have all the football, basketball, ballet, tennis, swimming, track. Like, some parents bombard their kids, and they don't have the chance to have the life to go outside, just have fun with their friends. So, and then another thing with the kids, if you do have a child that want to go outside, ain't nobody out there to play with them, so they forced to go back inside by themselves to get on the internet, because everybody on it. So even if you do got a child that still has that mindset to go outside, who out there to do double dutch with them? Nobody, baby. So they go right back inside, back on the computer.
And it'd be funny, because I know I went to Keenan's Christmas party, and we was in there in the classroom doing some activities, and they was writing a letter to Santa. And so he was writing his address, and as he was writing it, he was saying it out loud, and the child across from him was like, wait a minute, I live on that street. They be like 5 doors down. We ain't never seen this boy a day in our life.
Wow.
Never. They ride the bus together, but it just never connected, because the bus stops at every house.
Right.
So once Keenan get off, he ain't looking no more.
Exactly.
But it was like, oh my gosh, you like 5 doors down. We still ain't seen the boy no more outside of school.
Oh my God.
But no, you're not familiar like that.
Right. Then they normalize. It's like they growing up too fast too. That's the other thing. Like, I was still a kid at 15. Not these kids. So they'll be like, oh, I don't smoke, I don't drink, but I do marijuana, and that's the norm. Like, that's totally fine. What? Oh, I'm sexually active. What? I was still coloring books.
Ren, we grew up in two different worlds, because back when I was 15, they was dipping and doing.
I was still a virgin until 18.
They was, I ain't putting nobody on blast, but we had quite a few in middle school with kids.
Yeah.
Not judging anybody,
right.
but
No.
yeah, it was. That part I think is, now they may be experimenting a little bit more, but we were not that innocent back then.
Right. So.
It's just different, because I think they are a little more fluid and open to trying a whole lot more. Like, I do remember people, you know, smoking, you know, marijuana or whatever, but now you're dealing with even more dangerous drugs.
Right.
And then this whole fentanyl situation going on with these pills, and it's just all over the place.
Oh, I don't even want to be started.
I know, and it's just a lot. I just want to go back to just the good old days where you playing outside, you go walking in the woods and eating honeysuckles and trying not to get stuck by a sticker bush, and you know, just doing just normal kids things, making mud pies, playing kickball. You know, where is that stuff? And then even if you were in the house, you know, what happened to recording songs off the radio? They don't know what a cassette is.
Not at all. Don't even have nothing to play it on.
No.
VHS, none of that.
No, why? I mean, I'm trying to see. We don't even have anything. Everything in this house is Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't have, because I remember growing up with the record player and making sure that you put the needle just right to play the right song. They don't know none of that stuff.
Right.
And it's a lost art.
Yeah. But I don't want to dog the new. Now we do have some good stuff now where the kids do have access to health and nutritional information that they didn't have back then. And you know, they are catching children that may have cancer and diabetes way earlier. Back then it was just like they'll be all right, just give them a ginger ale or give them some castor oil and you know they'll be better. So even though we have lost them to the social media world, I think we have gained trying to manage, you know, their child health problems a little bit more.
I think a lot of that has to do with us.
Well,
because we are their advocates. I think our parents did not know. Therefore, they did not have, have access to the things that we know and we have access to.
Yeah, but
I think we're benefiting from that technology.
Right, but I don't think it was as advanced back then either. 30 years ago as it is now. You think so?
No, and that's why they do a lot of experiments.
Yeah.
With Keenan's cancer, we still do studies to this day where they're doing studies on him to make sure that, you know, if it's something that he can help the next child that's diagnosed with lymphoma. Right. So that there are a lot of advancements, which I do agree with, and they're much needed because cancer research, as well as lupus and sickle cell. There's a lot of diseases out here that I think we've come a long way.
Right.
And there's still a long way that we need to go. But yes, we have gotten better and there is better treatment plans and things available to them. So I am thankful for that.
Right. My niece was telling my sister that she went to the restroom and the little girl was like, "What you doing in there? Why you doing this?" And and she said she just walked out the bathroom when the girl was questioning her so much. So my sister was like, "So you didn't even wash your hands?" So I'm like,
wait a minute. So she was asking her what she was doing in the bathroom?
So she said, "Yes, mommy, I didn't wash my hands because I didn't even go to the bathroom." At that point, I just pulled my pants back up and walked out. So it's just like, I guess I say that to say at least now also during this time, they're opening up more, kids are in depression, anxiety, today has increased. And I think back then, we just was like slapping it on the wrist. We didn't realize, back then also that something could really be wrong with them. We wasn't catching it. But I think now we also have an eye opener for the kids these days. Back then they would just have to go looking, like I said, outside playing with dirt pies. But now we know, okay, maybe something is wrong. Maybe we do need to worry. Maybe they are depressed. Maybe they do have anxiety. So I think now kids open up more to their parents. Some more, probably more than they should. But respectful type manners. But I think that's a different thing that has changed for the better. Kids have a voice. Back then they didn't have a voice. It's what I said. Go and shut up.
Oh
but
yeah,
now we encourage our kids to talk to us more. And that's how we find out if they do have issues, medical or mental issues that could have been ignored back in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but yeah, girl, she said she was asking her all that stuff in the bathroom. And she just said, "Mama, I just pulled my pants up and walked out because it was weird."
That's good. She was aware that something weird was going on.
And that she came and told her mom too.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, what the heck?
Right.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like, I want them to keep their innocence as long as they can.
Right.
Because once that's gone, life is not the same.
Exactly.
So as long as, it's some children who are in their preteens that are more advanced than others. But hold on, if you still playing with Barbie dolls, keep playing with Barbie dolls. Because you are on a child for so long. Right. You're an adult much longer. So enjoy the innocence of being a kid.
And the more I watch that movie, friend, Euphoria, I have to keep reminding myself these kids 15 years old. Like, I have to take a break from the show.
I haven't watched it yet.
I can't take it. Like, I don't know if you're going to want to.
I probably won't.
I'm like, oh my God, so much sex and drugs and killing. And then I get caught up in watching, and I'm thinking I'm watching adults. And I'm like, these kids 15 and 16 years old. I just couldn't fathom. I couldn't fathom that this really was happening.
I try to watch teenage-related shows to relate, but I don't know if I'm prepared for that one.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of that going on, I probably...
Right. So, I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah, they do over-sexualize teenagers nowadays in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. I understand getting the story out because it is the reality of it. Mm-hmm. But I think there's a good balance that needs to be had too, because I was happy when I heard the Proud Family coming back out, which I need to watch.
Me too. I didn't know they was coming out.
Yeah, I think it came back, was it last week? What's today? I think it started last week. They started uploading episodes on Disney Plus. So I was happy to see that. Like, because it need good balance. Yeah. Yes, the reality of it is teens are having sex, they are doing drugs, they are doing these things. But also you have those other teens that are very innocent.
Right.
So let's have that clear balance so that they don't get engrossed in all the sexualized things. They can still be innocent and not feel bad about it. And don't feel pressured into doing the other stuff.
Right. What else you had? You had anything else?
Yeah, just being nostalgic and thinking about things like, watching TGIF and, AOL dial-up internet, Blockbuster. Oh my gosh, I think there's only one left in the world.
Wait, what was the other one? It was two of them.
Hollywood Videos and the movie gallery. All of those gone.
Yeah.
So if I can find my Blockbuster card, I'll put it in there because I may still have it.
Girl, oh my God.
But because I know it's a meme that was going around where it's like, show me your ID and they present their Blockbuster card.
Yeah, Right.
Well, over 21 if you got Blockbuster. And even like board games, I can remember Kenneth telling me board games are meant to be played when you're bored.
What?
He didn't realize. Yeah, he don't like. I be trying to get them to play Monopoly.
That's a good one though.
The only thing they will play is
That's funny.
They'll play Twister.
Okay.
And Connect 4. And my stepson, he loves Connect 4. We play that. I did get them to play Guess Who. But it's like, it's hard getting them to play it because, after about 5 minutes, they're no longer interested. They want to go back to video games because it's too slow. Yeah. But even also disposable cameras. You remember going on field trips and having events and you're taking pictures and then you got to take them to get developed?
And you gotta roll every time you snap. You gotta keep rolling.
And you hope that your pictures came out good because you can't
the Polaroids.
The Polaroids. Yeah, it's like wish they do take the Polaroids back out, but they're different.
They tried to bring them back though. They
back, but they're different.
Yeah,
it ain't the same experience.
It ain't the same. Yeah.
And what else?
So your phone is pretty much everything. Your Bible.
It is.
Your camera, your internet, your ordering for food, like everything. You do it from your phone now.
Which is so funny because I can remember in school, they'd be like, especially in math class, put them calculators up. You ain't gonna be able to have a calculator with you all the time.
Yep.
You got a calculator on the whole computer.
Yes, on your phone.
On your phone.
Can't do is go to the bathroom.
Not yet. Just wait. Somebody gonna probably come up with some.
Right. Because they can get wet now. They
with
them. They don't even want to get in the water. Why you let your phone get under the water?
Just enjoy the experience. You don't have to document everything. Right. Let your memory be enough.
Right.
I love pictures. I love, looking back visually at things. But your memory, that's good too. Some stuff you just need to be present in the moment and not to take so many pictures of it.
I had to explain it to Alicia when we celebrated her graduating the dental program, and when we got home, she was like, "Mom, we don't have no pictures." I said, "Well, sometimes when you're having such a great time and in the moment, you forget." I said, "When people come back with thousands of pictures, did they really have a good time?"
That's good. That's a really good profession. That's good. Congratulations.
Thank you. But yeah, girl, all babies.
They're not babies anymore.
I know.
They grow up really, 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 really fast.
Mine, this how she go to sleep. This the phone. And I'm like, oh my God. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to start treating you at 9. I'm going to come to your room. Do you want me to start treating you like that? Well, I
have to do that. Because one of Kennedy's teachers called me and asked me if he was sleeping okay, because he was falling asleep in class. She was like, he's finished his work. But when he finished his work, he go to sleep.
Right.
Yeah, because he wake up in the middle of the night and he either grab their phone or he doing, on that game. So now I have to get up in the middle of the night like I'm a correctional officer and walk the house to make sure him and his brother are asleep and not on their phones or on a tablet or something.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, we didn't have that option. When you went to bed, you went to bed.
Exactly.
I think when I finally did get a TV in my room, I did fall asleep with my TV on, but it would be down so low you can't hear nothing. And to this day, I can't go to sleep without a TV.
Right. Me too.
But now they got so much. Like, I walk in their room and I be like, you know what? I see why y'all don't leave the house.
I don't understand. They even got the sleep mode on the TV. I'm like, just put the sleep mode on so it'll turn off by itself. But yeah, you're right. They got TV, computers, games, iPads. They in the bathroom, right there. Yeah. So they just come out to eat. That's what mine do.
And Boobie was doing that for a minute because he had a refrigerator in there, and I had to take it out because I would only see him when he came to restock his refrigerator.
Oh my God!
So yeah.
Friend, you really didn't want to see him.
After he completed his chemotherapy, they redid his room.
Yeah.
And they put a refrigerator in there. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. But when I noticed I would not see him unless he was going grocery shopping.
Right.
I was like, you know what? Refrigerator out. It's in the garage. When he go to college or need it later, he'll have it.
Yeah. That's funny.
But yeah, we just living in the moment and realizing the differences between, what they are experiencing versus what we experience. Not just a negative thing, it's just different. They're growing up different.
Right.
And, it's a lot of benefits to it. It's a lot of pros. It's a lot of cons. But, it would be nice for them to experience some of the things we did, which I'm sure our parents wish we would have experienced some things they experienced. Mm-hmm. But it's just the nature of evolution and just, things changing. And it just pretty much is what it is. It's not a bad thing. It's just one of those acknowledgments that, wow, it's different.
Right.
It's different. Like, we ain't got no candy lady no more. I don't think I would have survived without
the freeze cup. In the freeze cup.
They just taste better when the candy lady make them, because you can make them at home, but they don't taste the same.
In the freeze cup. No, they don't taste the same with the 9 laters. And
you gotta stand in line and let her get that food out that jar. And Lord, I tell you, I bet these folks was nasty. We ain't worry about washing up. But we're gonna stop and we'll keep talking.
But to say that we have no COVID, no sickness, no illness, nothing.
What happened to chicken pox? I mean,
girl,
it didn't kill us. Take that oatmeal bath, drink that ginger tea.
Yes.
You was good. Now you got a whole vaccine for chicken pox.
I don't understand. What is this world coming to?
Bring chicken pox back.
We want chicken pox. We want chicken pox. No, we don't.
We don't. We just saying. They need to experience that itch.
We don't want chicken pox. We just talking.
But it's just the fact that it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. Yeah. But it's okay. They are still having an amazing childhood.
Yes,
I can see them 20, 30 years from now having this same conversation with our grandkids saying, oh, y'all are missing out. We used to have phones. Now y'all got a microchip.
Right. Exactly. Y'all, we used to drive. Now y'all can ding.
Hello.
Be where you want to be.
Teleport. So, tell us some things that you all remember from your childhood that your kids aren't getting to experience, and just some things you want to just be nostalgic about, because I think it was a good time growing. We were born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. 80s and 90s were amazing.
Right.
I know there's a lot of decades, the 60s, the 70s, but the 80s and the 90s.
We even got dances, you see them? Yeah, dancing. Okay.
Like, y'all missing out, but It was some good fun. It was some good times. It was some good times.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, to be a kid again.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to be a kid now.
No, definitely not.
I'm built different.
Yeah. Because now they like, what? They don't want to do nothing. They don't want to pay for nothing. They don't want to clean up. We forgot all that part. It's like
it's our fault. It's our fault.
Yeah, it is. You tell them to do something, they look at you like, what? Oh my God, take that silver spoon out your mouth, you spoiled,
girl. When I be right there doing it, why you put this trash in the trash can? As I'm putting it in the trash can, they looking like. I never forget Kenny and Booby. It was it Christmas or something, and they would not clean up their toys. Mm-hmm. And I was told them, I said, you know what? If I come in here one more time and these toys in the floor, I'm gonna take them and y'all will never see them again. They realized if they leave them in the floor, Mama gonna take them, but she gonna clean them up.
Right.
And she probably gonna give us back to them because she gonna get tired of us bugging her. Exactly. So I'm like, they got such manipulators.
So smart.
Very smart. But you know what? I wouldn't change it for nothing.
I know that's right.
It's just a different time, and we just gotta embrace it and enjoy it. It's just different. I used to like hearing stories from my grandparents and hear my mama tell stories. So if anything, in the midst of all this technology we have, we need to some type of way make sure we're capturing all the history from our parents. Like my grandparents are all gone. So all I really have is my mama, because
that's right. That's right.
So I need to make sure this is an aha moment for me is to get that history from her, because my kids ain't gonna have nobody else to get it from.
You're right. My aha moment is to not be so relaxed. Like I was so firm with my oldest, but I'm so relaxed with my baby girl. But it's also because she don't really do nothing. It's like my oldest, like, you don't never do that. Well, she don't never really do nothing to make me. So it's like if she don't do one thing, my oldest want me to go in on her, but it'd be her first offense. So it's kind of like, okay, I mean,
each child is different. They have to be parented different. Like you can't treat them all the same. They have different personalities, different needs. So you can't. But I get it. I totally get it. But you want to not overdo it, because that will cause baby girl to shut down. Because you're over. Right. The consequences don't fit the punishment.
Right. Exactly.
So no, it's just different. And I mean, she wait till she have a baby, she'll understand.
I know she will.
It's different. You can't treat us all the same. But it's all with love, and it's just different.
Yeah,
it's just different.
Well, hope you guys got something out of this one.
yeah. We just wanted to talk about some things from our childhood, and y'all tell us some things about y'all childhood, and we can talk about it, and just keep the conversation going,
and really keep an eye out on your kids. I feel like I talked to you about this, Tawana, that the enemy is really attacking the kids right now, and really around the age of 12 to like 15, and it's like, as parents, we busy, but you can't be too busy for your kids. Like, you got to keep your eyes open. Make sure they're eating. Look at their eating habits. Make sure they're sleeping. Make sure they're not skipping school. Make sure they're doing their work. Look at their bodies. Make sure they're not cutting. That's become real popular. Kids are cutting their legs and arms where you can't see. So just be aware of what's going on with your children. If their attitude change or anything change, just be more aware of that. I think that's something that's changed too.
And make sure when you do it, you don't do it in an accusatory way. Just sit down and have a conversation. Because what I've learned is just have it a normal, how was your day? They will start opening up and reveal more to you. Don't go in there asking, well, what happened? Or why you acting, no. Greet them with kindness. You have, like I said all the time, meet people where they are. and just have that sit down. Don't stand over them. Get to their eye level. Have that conversation with them and just talk to them.
Yeah, and my kids have like TTs in their life. Like sometimes they don't want to. Excuse me. They don't want to talk to you, but they'll talk to someone else. So in that, don't be jealous. You know, some parents are jealous or they get upset or angry. You don't want to talk to me, you want to talk to somebody else. Like, let them. Like, don't take that away from your child either. Because if my child is more comfortable talking to their TT than they are to me, I don't care. As long as they're talking to somebody.
Somebody, and not their peer.
Yeah. So, you know.
Yeah, as long as it's a responsible adult, you can have that conversation, because if this is someone that they feel comfortable talking to, evidently this is somebody close.
Right, exactly.
So if there's something that they reveal that actually requires you to have to take an action, they will bring you in so that you can do what needs to be done.
Right.
And just trust that, you know, whatever advice that they give is given with love and really wanting to help the child out.
Right.
Don't take it, like you said, offensively, as if, why they ain't talking to me? Well, maybe you're not as open as you think you are.
Exactly. Right. So
it's life, you know, it's a journey. We all trying to, you know, make the best of it and trying to live it in a good way where we are, you know, not damaging
right
and breaking generational curses in the midst of it. So it's a lot. It's a lot, and that's why we need the old time fun.
Yes,
because you know it's a way to escape the norm. We need to start a kickball league or something. Even though I don't get out the house, but I will. but you know,
I'm on the head with that damage, because our damaged our kids, which will damage their kids. Like, that stuff keep going.
And I think I came to the realization there's gonna be some damage.
Yeah.
But I just pray that the damage does not require years and years and years of therapy for them to overcome it.
Right.
Because nobody's perfect. Right. And while as a parent, you may say, I did my all, I did this. But as that child, you don't know how they may have been affected by whatever decisions you made.
Right.
But the blessing in that is when they get older, they will understand and realize, like I told you, me and my mama, as I got older, I started to realize, oh, this is why. So it comes full circle. Right. It really does.
By damage, I mean intentional damage, like unloading your gas, like yelling at them all the time. If they are telling them they're never gonna amount to anything. Like telling them, I'm not. Tell your kids you're proud of them.
Oh yeah.
You know, every day. Just I'm trying to make a habit just to say one good thing to them every day. No matter how big or small, you know, just giving them more of my time, spending more time with them, taking them places, just doing more of that, you know, family stuff. So it may seem small, but it goes a long way.
I think it does too, because I know when the boys come home, I'm greeting them at the door like I greet my husband. Hey, baby, how was your day?
Right.
And then they'll tell me if it was a good day or not, and then Kenny, he walk in the door, I'm home.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, baby.
While we recording, she don't care. She open up the door and wave. I'm just trying to wave. And she probably like, oh, you doing your podcast? Sorry. But it's okay. I'm glad that she sought me out to let me know, you know, that she
and normalize that, because when they get into relationships and they're cohabitating with somebody and they come home and it's crickets, they're gonna be like, this ain't for me.
Exactly.
No, you greet me when I get home.
That's right. We about to start another podcast.
I know, let us stop, because I will keep going and I'm sleeping.
I'm about to get started.
I know. Because I sure will keep it going, because this ain't got no new childhood. But hey, this is what we talk about it.
Whatever our ladies say. Where we can talk about it. Talk about it. I think I like that way better now. I like saying it like that.
I think so too. It's cute. It's cute.
But anyway, comment, subscribe.
Yes, and bring a friend. I would love for us to hit 500 YouTube subscribers by the end of the year.
That would be awesome.
That would be so awesome, because you never know, we may decide to do a meet and greet or something.
That's right.
But if we can make it to 500, that would be amazing. So bring a friend. You know,
right. And you know what? I'm gonna send my link out to somebody today. I'm gonna think of anybody that I ain't sent it to, and I'm gonna send it. And I hope that they subscribe.
Girl, because I done sent some and I ain't getting no response to the text. I said, well, okay, your name deleted out my phone book.
Woo, it's okay though.
But it's okay. Because, hey, it is what it is. Everybody ain't meant to understand.
That's right. That's right.
But those who get it,
that's right. That's it. We got some fun episodes coming up too, y'all. I can't wait. I ain't gonna tell what it is, but I can't wait.
Yeah. We try to keep it light, but we gonna always go deep.
Yeah. I don't know about rolling down in the deep.
Okay. But with that being said, she's Marilyn.
She's Tawana. I got it right.
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Love you.